Hi everyone, it's Joey Remenyi from seekingbalance.com.au. I have another question, and this question is this. Does listening to the body mean listening to our unwanted sensations? Can the focus on it be a positive one? So first and foremost, I'm always slightly cautious with use of the words positive and negative. When we step into the realm of really consciously living with neuroplasticity and learning to build our neural maps, we're really shifting into non-judgment, where there is no good and bad, better and worse anymore. Everything just is. And we're really trusting the fullness of every experience rather than trying to micromanage life and feel just like this at certain times. We really take a deep exhale and relax into feeling what we feel at each and every moment. So it's a pretty radical commitment to trusting life, trusting the body, and trusting our resources, our inner resources, to feel the neural impulses that are literally firing and wiring within us at any point in time. So to answer the question, we're really building up our trust in our body, that our body is this incredibly intelligent vehicle that we're living in, and the body is offering us all the information we need to navigate the world at every point in time. So my inner world is within my body, okay? The skin is the boundary between me and the outer world. In my inner world is not just my sensory landscape, so the sounds, the dizziness, the vertigo, the aches, the pains, but it's also our emotional color, our moods. It's our feelings of belonging and isolation and safety and danger. It's our dreams, it's our wishes, it's our fears and our worries, symbolism, memories, intuitions, all of that is in our inner world. So as we go into the body scan and notice what we notice, it's so much more than just sensations. It's a whole package. And I would summarize that in its most simple form as a story. So I might be feeling, or let's say I'm hearing tinnitus or feeling dizziness, might even have some aches and pains in my shoulder and neck at the same time. I might have some stories going on that I'm not good enough, that I'm broken, that I'll never be able to heal, I'm not like other people. I might have other beliefs going on that I'm alone, that no one understands me, that I can't get it. That entire experience is like a package that can be summarized in the story, I'm not good enough. And as we learn to digest and feel through and breathe that entire experience, really welcoming it in its fullness, making space for it, and recognizing that the story is not our truth, right? That story doesn't belong to my body. And I know when stories belong to my body because I feel expansive, I feel soft, I feel light, I feel awakened. There's a sense of ease and grace when the stories belong in my body. My body feels very juicy. It's a nice feeling. It's expansive. So I always notice when I have a pain point or a difficulty or a struggle or a dark night of the soul, I'm really zooming in to be with the whole experience, especially noticing what stories are going on here, because I want to actually excrete those stories. They're old stories. They're not my stories. They've come from the outer world, perhaps putting judgments onto me. And my body's absorbed those stories. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I don't understand. I'm not smart enough, right? There's so many stories. Once I can notice the stories and I can feel through it, I can recognize it doesn't fit in my body. It doesn't feel right. It literally feels not quite right. I use my breath to excrete that and move that through my body. And we will all do that in our own unique way. And that's what the rock steady process or my sensing ground communities, that's exactly what they are for you to discover how you do that for you. So yes, we do want to spend time being with the fullness of the difficult and dark moments and experiences, because it's through feeling it and consciously connecting to the body, especially when it's hard and uncomfortable, it's through that conscious connection and willingness to feel it that we actually rearrange the neural maps. We rewrite the stories and we change the experience of our body. If we contrast that to fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, to the trauma loops, what happens is whenever we feel those uncomfortable, tense moments with difficult sensations or symptoms or stories that make us just, want to numb out and distract ourselves, if we're constantly avoiding that internal conflict, we never actually get to process it, metabolize it, integrate it, befriend it, make space for it. So we end up being caught for years and years on repeat in these trauma loops where we're literally fighting with ourselves, running from ourselves, freezing and numbing from ourselves, or fawning and just trying to play nice. So it's a pretty deep question with a little bit of a deep answer. But essentially, the more we can bring our gaze within and feel through whatever it is we feel through without judgment and create space, welcome, and compassion, the more we will rewrite our own story, because you write your own story. The stories that live in your body are for you to claim and reclaim and rewrite over and over again. And the stories that you are excreting, digesting, metabolizing, and integrating is also your choice if you can bring your conscious awareness there and be discerning. Otherwise, the outer world is writing all of our stories. The stories are getting locked into our body. They get traffic jammed up into tension patterns, and we somaticize. We feel sick, we feel heavy, we feel brain fog, we feel symptomatic, we feel broken, and we feel powerless. But we're not powerless. We regain our power by having that radical honesty and radical connection to who we are and what we're really feeling. It's an incredibly powerful process. And I encourage you to visit my website, join my communities, and learn more if you want to have people walking alongside you as you explore it. So it's a little bye for now. Visit seekingbalance.com.au to learn more.